Your birthday is coming up. Someone asks, "What are you doing for your birthday?" And you say, "Nothing. Just a normal day." Everyone looks at you strangely. Friends start thinking something is wrong. Family calls you difficult. Society acts like if you don't celebrate, something inside you must be broken. But here's the truth. Nothing is actually wrong. Not celebrating doesn't mean you are unhappy or cold. It just means you see life differently than most people do. And that's okay. What if I told you not celebrating could actually be a sign of strength or personal growth? Psychologists have studied this, and what they found says more about the people who judge you than about you. This video is for anyone who has ever felt out of place when it comes to birthdays, whether it's sadness, maturity, or something deeper. Let's start with the first group, those who stopped celebrating because life taught them not to hope. In 1967, psychologist Martin Seligman discovered something called learned helplessness. This happens when someone experiences repeated disappointment or failure and their brain stops expecting rewards. Birthdays, for these people, can be like a prediction machine that often fails. Here's why. Your brain works by making predictions every single day. Neuroscientists Schultz, Diane, and Montague showed that dopamine, the chemical that makes us feel pleasure, reacts to the gap between what we expect and what actually happens. So if you expect a party, gifts, or attention, and it doesn't happen year after year, your brain calculates that hoping hurts more than forgetting. Over time, your brain stops expecting a reward from birthdays. You stop caring, not because you don't want to, but because it's easier this way. When someone says it's just another day, it's not apathy. It's built from past hurt. Saying it calmly is emotional armor. It protects you from repeated disappointment and allows you to function without getting hurt again. That's strength, not weakness. The second group looks very different. These are people who forget their birthday, not from pain, but because their brain is busy. Psychologists call this time blindness. When life is full of projects, work, deadlines, or responsibilities, dates blur and days feel the same. Their calendar becomes abstract art, full of tasks that seem more urgent than a single day. For them, a birthday isn't ignored. It slips under the not urgent list. It sits next to rescheduled dentist appointments and never-ending to-do lists. It doesn't mean they don't care about themselves. It simply means they care about too many other things. If you've ever been so busy that your birthday sneaks by, you know exactly how this feels. It's not avoidance. It's life being full, demanding, and focused on priorities that matter. Then there's the third group, people who don't forget, aren't hurt, and simply don't need a birthday celebration. They aren't cold, lonely, or trying to prove anything. Psychologists Ryan and Dishy studied this using self-determination theory, which shows the happiest people find joy from within themselves. Their happiness doesn't depend on social rituals, attention, or gifts. They have learned to feel complete from within. These people understand the hedonic treadmill, described by researcher Philip Brickman. It's the cycle where people chase external milestones hoping they will make them happy. But it rarely works as expected. People in this third group stepped off that treadmill. They are not missing out. They stopped depending on external events to feel joy. They have figured out how to feel complete on a random Tuesday. Not needing a birthday to feel valued can make others uncomfortable. It challenges the assumption that everyone wants the same things. They don't need a calendar or 30 off-key people singing to feel loved or important. They already know their worth without it. Some people didn't arrive here peacefully. Imagine being 8 years old, counting down for your birthday for weeks. You told everyone at school. You imagined balloons, cake, friends gathering. But the day comes and it's quiet. People forget. Nothing matches your expectations. You don't cry out loud. You quietly adjust your hopes for next year. Each year, your expectation gets smaller. This is how many learn to survive disappointment. Researchers at Johns Hopkins discovered the anniversary effect. Our brains remember emotional pain on the same date every year. That 8-year-old feeling of disappointment quietly stays inside, waiting. Not everyone who skips birthdays is strong. Psychologist Jennifer Crocker studied contingencies of self-worth. She found that some people avoid celebrations because they fear disappointment. They protect themselves by not showing what they really want. This is very different from people who genuinely don't need a birthday. The distinction matters. Some avoid the day from fear, others skip it from freedom and inner strength. Ask yourself, is it freedom or fear? Only you know. We are taught that celebration equals caring. But what if we've been measuring the wrong thing all along? True self-love isn't throwing a party. It's not needing one. Some people spend birthdays alone, not because no one cares, but because the quiet finally feels enough. If that's you, you are not broken. You belong to a quiet tribe that doesn't need permission to feel whole. You are allowed to feel complete without celebration. If this video found you today, it wasn't an accident. Leave a quiet comment if you've ever spent a birthday alone and felt perfectly fine. Subscribe if you want more videos explaining why you see life differently. You are not missing anything. Nothing was ever wrong with you. You just experienced joy in your own way. Birthdays are just one day. Life has 365 days, and how you feel every other day matters even more. Those who don't need a birthday to feel special have already mastered the secret. Happiness comes from within. The rest is just icing on the cake. So remember, not celebrating doesn't mean something is wrong. It means you understand joy differently.